That's a wrap. Knicks come to life in final 5 minutes to take down Toronto. You guys see the back page. You all saw the win last night. Now let's talk about how hot the Knicks have been heading into the second leg of their back-to-back against the Thunder tonight. Alex Trataros, Knicks Fan TV, is waking up with us early again to talk some Knicks basketball. Thanks for hopping on with this, man. I hate saying the word statement. You know I'm always saying statement win, statement win. But it was a statement on defense up in the sixth. They closed the game out with a 16-2 run, and they completely locked it down on defense in crunch time. So what does this say about this team identity right now, especially down the stretch of games? And do you think they finally found their identity on the defensive side of the basketball under Mike Brown?
You know, I think for the identity of this team, Brandon, we heard earlier in the season from Eric Spoelstra that the New York Knicks are a never-die team. Now, a lot of that credibility went out the window throughout that month of January and then also getting waxed by the Detroit Pistons 3 times. But look, when you see how this team was resilient last night when, you know, the offense wasn't totally smooth. Yeah, we saw that they were able to put up a lot of points. But if you watched that game last night, there was a lot of gears grinding as they were able to win that one, right? You saw the Toronto's got to a good lead, and then the Knicks were able to, like, muster up enough energy off of some really good plays of everybody last night and get that win. But the one thing that stuck out to me is the defense, and I think to your point, yes, the defense has gotten better as the season has progressed. Look, when you get Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns giving you the effort that they've been giving you throughout these last couple of weeks, man, where, you know, let's talk about Towns. He is moving his feet, keeping his hands up. He's not getting the ticky-tacky fouls that we're accustomed to him getting on a night-to-night basis. He's been very disciplined. When you're seeing him and then on top of Jalen Brunson, who's been navigating screens, continuing to hustle, like, these guys are doing a good job just setting the tone for the team. And these are your top 2 guys. They're known for their offense. So when you see your top 2 guys who are known for their offense playing at a high level, or not necessarily at the highest level, but just contributing defensively, then the rest of the team is going to follow suit. And then everyone's just going to be lockstep in and knowing that everyone should be buying into the same thing. And then the identity, I think it's slowly coming back to being that never die team. I mean, last night, you think about the run that the Toronto Raptors not only started, but think about that third and fourth quarter where they were getting enough energy to come back and brought it down to a 2-point game. But then New York, based on their defense, whether it's Josh Hart, you talk about OG, talk about Cat, like, all these guys made critical stops. And that's the type of effort you want to see from a championship caliber team, that no matter what the course of the game is, if stuff's not going your way, you're able to at least play defense. Defense can consistently travel just because that's based on a lot of energy. Offense can come and go. So great job by the Knicks, man. They're starting to build back that cred where they're a never-die team.
I had to go back to what you were saying about Cat, you know, because he definitely deserves his flowers. Everybody always jumps on him. Like, Mike Tyson's got that famous quote where he says, like, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face. It's almost been reversed for Cat. It's like he started playing better on the defensive side of the basketball once he got hit in the eye. And, you know, the fan base was like, oh, he's one of us now because, you know, he had that Paul Pierce type moment. He's kind of been consistent on the defensive side of the basketball. So got to give Cat his flowers for, you know, kind of buying in to the whole, you know, Mike Brown system. When we talk about the contributions that they got up and down the roster, it just shows how deep this team can be. Brunson, Towns, OG, the bench, they all cooked last night. So you feel like this bench and this supporting cast is showing that they are deep enough, strong enough for an NBA Finals run?
Yeah, I think we got a deep enough team. You know, last season was the whole, do you have enough guys to make a deep run? And obviously Tom Thibodeau likes to rely on his top 7, 8 guys. When you look at this roster right now, Brandon, I mean, outside of the normal 5 that we see on a night-to-night basis, whether it's Brunson, Hart, OG, Bridges, Cat, like, and then you think about the bench with Alvarado, who's now replaced Deuce McBride, and then you got Mitchell Robinson. That's 7 guys right there. You also got Landry Shamet. You got Mohamed Diawara, who's contributing. And then you could go even further into the bench if you need somebody like Tyler Kolek. If you need someone like Jordan Clarkson. I know he's been on ice for a little bit, but don't think he won't get hot in a second, man, and be a contributor. He was a contributor earlier this season, just in a little bit of a funk right now. This team's got a lot of depth. And then you got Jeremy Sohan, who, well, we know offensively is not going to be great, but he can give you some good spurts, situational minutes defensively. This team has enough, man, to make a postseason run. And as we've seen from the past, it's based on having that depth. I mean, look at last year's 2 teams, Brandon. It was the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Indiana Pacers, teams that are known for going 9-10 deep. Now the Knicks have 9-10 and then some, and so in that for this postseason run, everybody should be fresh, and that's the biggest thing for this team, man. Just utilizing the depth, and if you get Deuce McBride back for the end of this season, they're gonna be great. And look, the numbers are saying that right now. The Knicks are 7th defensively right now, according to defensive rating at NBA.com. The Knicks are 7th through all their games. So what does that tell you? That they got enough energy when they were in the basement earlier this season. You make some good acquisitions. They've already stepped up. Offensively, we know where this team is. This team is number 3 right now. So top 10 offensively, defensively. Not only that, top 5 in both categories. This team's got enough depth right now, and they're showing it on the court.
They are, because that's 40 wins on the season. That's 4 straight seasons with at least 40-plus wins for the first time in 3 decades. Now I know why Knicks fans, this generation of Knicks fans, is walking around all bougie, because you guys have 3 back-to-back-to-back years with 40-plus. All those 4s, that's angel numbers right there. So they got their second leg of the back-to-back versus the Thunder tonight. They're 2-10 against OKC in their last 12. The Knicks have an opportunity to show you, the fan base, and the rest of the league what tonight?
If they beat the Thunder tonight, then it really shows where they stand in this league, man. And look, I know everyone last year was talking about, oh, you didn't beat the Thunder, you didn't beat the Celtics, you didn't beat the Cavs, and now this year the only team that's done that to us is the Pistons, and that's okay, that's fine. As we saw last year, that it doesn't matter what, if you can beat the team during the regular season, it only matters in the postseason, right? Celtics gave them that work all last year. Next thing you know, they're the ones being eliminated. So, look, I think the regular season is important. It shows you what the team is capable of, and showing you if they're consistent enough to give you a good postseason run. As of this year, the Knicks have only really had troubles with the Pistons. So if they can come out and compete against the Thunder tonight, that tells you that they're at the top of the NBA right now and competing. And hopefully, SGA, Isaiah Hartenstein, Jalen Williams play tonight. They probably will. They didn't play last night against Chicago. And if these guys play tonight against mostly healthy Knicks team, I know Mitchell Robinson probably won't be out there, but you're going to get a good not necessarily performance, but you're going to get a good understanding where this team fits in the NBA. And there's levels to it. Are you like in the tier 1, the tier 2? They win tonight, man. They're going to be in tier 1 because they've beaten the Spurs, who are second in the West. We know that they got problems with the Pistons, but they've beaten everybody else in the East. Can they beat the Thunder? And then now solidify that they're a tier 1 team, man, that we should really be looking seriously at this team being a championship title team.
Big one at the Garden tonight. Alex, I had my coffee, talked the Knicks win with you. All is right in the world today, especially in the city. Appreciate you hopping on with us this morning, man.
Appreciate you, my man, as always.